Yo, it's your boy Logos, and today we're gonna react to another Pearly clip. This time about a woman who thinks she can have it all, but I find that quite interesting because nobody can have it all, and that includes men. Men or any person who has a lot of money and power, they usually sacrifice a lot of time and energy to get there, and they're probably still putting in that same work in. Same thing with people who are famous. They sacrifice time, energy, and their privacy to get where they at. Nothing comes without a sacrifice, especially something that's this magnitude of having your life be perfect as these women want it to be.
Men should have the right to choose to choose not to be fathers. Sorry. If women have the right to choose not to be mothers, do you think men should have the right to choose not to be fathers?
They have that choice anyway.
Agreed. Here.
Yeah.
Here.
They have that choice.
Okay, so do you think that's right? Yes or no? And why? That a man can sign off on his rights and not pay child support.
And not pay child support and the baby's there.
Yeah, because if a girl has the right to get into, then shouldn't he have the right to sign off?
Do you mean in the circumstances that, say, a woman was pregnant and she said she's keeping it, and the guy's saying, "Oh, I don't want the baby." Do you mean in that circumstance, or you mean in general? Like,
yeah. So if there's a baby and I don't want to be a mother, I can get an abortion. So he should be able to sign off on the rights, and not have any contact.
But he'll have to
with
get
the
a
kid.
contract in that time where he says, "I don't want to be the father," and you're still having the child, and then I don't think you should have to pay child support. You're basically saying, "Cool, I'm okay with being a single mum." Then
I think it's kind of hard to answer that one because, like you said before, a woman has a choice to take contraception, but so does a man have a choice to wrap up so he doesn't get her pregnant. So I feel like you both have a responsibility. If you're having unprotected sex as a man, you know what can happen. So it's
I
kind of...
just think someone.
But after that, that's when it's not equal because, so like Pearly said, and that's the whole point of the question, is once the baby's there, women can decide if they want to keep it or not. Men really have no choice or no leeway in that, and that's why I'm all for signing your rights away. But in that case, if the guy does sign his rights away, he shouldn't just jump in and out the child's life. He needs to make a decision and stick with it. But he shouldn't have to pay child support for a child he didn't want, but the mother decides to keep just because she want to be selfish and put that baby and that child in a bad situation by not having a father around because of something that she wants.
Women, they get pregnant like on purpose, like to break a family or whatever. So I think in cases like that, she should deal with it and be responsible at the fact that you've both done it. So he didn't want a kid. You know he didn't want a kid. Like some women use it to entrap men. So I think she should deal with it. Like if it's like that, then he has a right.
Well, and we're the only ones that can consent and know all of the circumstances because we know when we're ovulating and we know if we're on birth control or not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, girls, as she was saying, I have an IUD.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Yes, no?
Yeah, I feel like, they both have the responsibility, and I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that.
I would say, yeah, like if it's like a one night stand, and like certain women, they want to have a child by whatever, they're not really concerned who the dad is. Yeah, I think you should be able to have the freedom to say, you know what.
I'm not saying it's right either. Like, I'm not saying it's right in the sense of doing it like the same way with abortion. I think each circumstance is going to be unique to its own.
You know,
I don't know, it's just very interesting to me that the other women on this panel seem so hesitant to give an answer on this. But when it comes to abortion or something like that, I'm pretty sure they would be quick to say, my body, my choice. And they all for the choice of getting an abortion or not, and not have no rights taken away. But they will hesitate about whether or not a father should be forced to be taking care of a child he didn't want. It's very interesting.
We'll call a guy a deadbeat dad, but a girl that has an abortion isn't a deadbeat mom.
Yeah. I would never call anyone a deadbeat dad. Like, that's
I feel
so
like
wrong.
people won't say that because the child isn't here yet. Whereas when the child is here and they expect a dad to look at that child and see how beautiful it is and just want to help.
I mean, but you'd expect a mom to not want to kill her child.
But I feel like people are visual. I realize when a woman's pregnant,
Yeah, but she just expect the guy to take care of it even if he didn't want it. And that's the issue. if we had more control over this stuff, I'm pretty sure we would have less single parent homes. Cause at least you would have less mothers keeping kids, or at least I don't know, keeping kids because they expect to get financial support from a guy, even if he didn't want to have the kid in the first place.
How it depends if she doesn't do it 6 months, you can't see that baby. You can just see a little bump, whereas you can see a little beautiful little baby sitting before you.
Yeah, but you can get an ultrasound.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
and you could feel the baby.
yeah, you can definitely
feel it.
Yeah.
100%. But I just feel like, from outsider looking in, people will judge a man more because they think, oh, the child is here, you're still not being active.
I just think as women, we're more judgmental, like, and harsh on men in general. Like, I think women judge men too much and are ungrateful for certain things and fail to look at ourselves as women.
But I feel like men do judge
Nah.
men as well. For example, if there was a person that's a father and he saw someone else not being active.
I mean, as individuals, like, I think
Okay.
women, I think we're very selfish naturally. Like, all we think about is ourselves. And unless you, like, block out society and start taking reflection and thinking about who you are as a person, like, I've been in, like, with my partner, and, like, I've moaned and moaned. And when you come to the conclusion, but you know what, I'm just moaning too much. Like, give him a break. Do you get it?
Yeah, I disagree. Females are not selfish
No wonder she's still in a relationship.
naturally. That's not a natural trait.
I don't mean, I feel like in society now, I think women are very selfish. Like, she's saying a deadbeat dad. I hear so many women say that, and I just think it's so disrespectful to the child, let alone the man.
Why is it disrespectful to the
Not
child?
to the child.
Because in a lot of the cases, the man isn't a deadbeat dad. It's like, so many dads want to be a dad and they can't be one. So, like, how is he a deadbeat dad? Because he's not giving you money. It's all based on what I said in the beginning. It's all based on money.
But it
you
does
should
take
wanna
money
give money to raise a child.
To raise a child, though.
Say that again, sorry.
It takes money to raise a child, though.
I don't believe that it does, because, like, I understand we've got to survive, which is what I say. Money's important, but, like, I think women expectations are far too high. Like, they want too much. Like, a household and a family foundation isn't built on money. Like, we had less years ago and we did more with families. Like, now we've got
Cost of
everything.
living is
Yeah,
getting
life is
higher.
living.
Nah,
That's
why
it.
not?
We've
I'm not-
evolved.
So if I have
Wait.
£50 a week, I can survive on
Evolved.
£50 a week. If you have £500 a
But
week,
do you know what it is? I feel like it depends on what type of lifestyle you want to
Yeah.
live
Yeah,
and what type of lifestyle you want to give your
The
child.
whole point is women.
Exactly, that's the point. You just care about buying shit and trying to look good on Instagram and all this other nonsense. You care more about that than having a family.
And
Yeah.
I think modern women tend to be selfish
yeah,
because they pick a lifestyle over a family.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're right.
They would rather have a certain quality of living rather than multiple children.
Well,
I just think
personally-
women are waking up a little bit. I personally feel like women are waking up and smelling the coffee and realizing we want more. Like, we
No,
want
I think
more.
we've been
We
brainwashed
wanna-
to believe that we should be that way.
Well, to be honest with you,
I don't think so. Like, for example, I look at my parents' marriage, for example, and I see so many flaws in that marriage. And I look at my mum, even till this day now. You know, my dad passed away 3 years ago. And I look at my mum and she still complains about the things that my dad did not do in that marriage, even till this day now.
How long
And
were they married?
Oh, God, like 30 years.
I think that doesn't even exist now. Like, it's so rare.
But I look
like,
at
least she's
that-
still stuck.
Wait, there was 30 years? She complained over and over again, but she never left them. She still stuck it out. There was still something there worthwhile keeping them together. What the fuck do you know? Just because she complained to you, that doesn't mean it was just all hell. And you want to go out in public and put this, I don't know, shit on your dad's name after he's dead? You crazy as hell.
Stuck together.
Yeah, but I look at that and I think to myself, you know what? I don't want that life.
It's because
I don't want to be
That same life that you're talking about you don't want help create you and put you on that fucking couch.
with a man.
My
like
mum does
that.
the same thing. She makes me believe that I deserve better. Like, you get your
Yeah.
career.
But there
because
is
the new
nothing
modern
wrong.
society.
There is nothing wrong with
there's nothing
wanting
wrong
a
with that.
better
I think it's-
life for
mean,
yourself.
I agree. I
there's
completely
nothing-
agree.
Yeah.
I completely
but there's
agree.
nothing wrong with wanting it, but can you get it?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
the whole
Yeah,
point
you can get it.
is,
You can.
if that's true, then you'd have it. Like, women would have it.
Yeah.
In
It's-
general, 50% of women wouldn't be going on the path of being single and childless in the future, like by 2030. Like, they wouldn't be on that path if they could all get it. And so a lot of times, like, especially on like TikTok and shit, I see all these girls that are like, raise your standards, like da 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 da. And it's just like, yeah, but a lot of those girls aren't going to get what you're saying. Most
Raise your
girls
How do you know that, though?
I think it's a mindset thing.
because
No, I
the
think
what
it's a mindset
percent of
thing.
women get to be housewives? 1 in 5. That means 4 don't.
I think it's a
So
mindset
the majority
thing.
of women
Okay.
aren't going to get that.
Yeah, but it doesn't just
They're
mean that they want to be
delusional.
housewives. Maybe they just want to live a comfortable life. And it's not about marrying a rich
Right,
man.
but the average
it's
salary,
about marrying
the
a man
average-
with a
the
provider
average-
mentality.
The average salary is $41,000 a year. And you guys even said yourself, like, how many people here wanted to pay 20% or less of the bills? But what percent of us are in the top 20% of women? And so the men are looking up and asking, what do they get out of it? They don't get purity. They don't get youth.
It's crazy. Those girls said that. I'm sorry, in my opinion, none of those girls look good enough for the type of women who actually are housewives and do that type of stuff. The girl on the left that talking all her shit on her dad, like, we all know, like, you're a few pounds heavier than the typical guy at that level will want. This is crazy.
None of us are virgins anymore. And they get in the UK, they get a 31-year-old wife. So she's on the brink of geriatric pregnancy. Why on earth would they have a provider mindset for a non-traditional wife?
I'm a virgin.
I mean, there's seven.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
I mean, what I would say to that is there's like, what, 7 billion men out there. I'm sure you can find the man that you want.
As many of you know,
Once again, more nonsense and BS. She told you, like, on the road to 2030, I think, 50% of women will be single and childless. Clearly, it's not happening. And even the numbers say it can't happen because only a certain percentage of men makes that much money. She said, too, the average makes, what, 41,000 pounds in England? That's not far off from the same in the US. The average doesn't make that much money. Both people oftentimes have to work. And these women are so delusional they can't see that. And they're so selfish, they just want to see what they want, which is more money, just so they can either sell on their ass or buy shit, or probably both. It's your boy Logos, and I'll see y'all next time.